know, even the hobby shop, you're gonna have to stop and work on your compressor on it time to time. We built a big one, big old compressor out there. This one here I built bought when we did the kitchen remodel, and now we are remodeling the rest of the house, and this thing here started acting up. If you can see, there is not a lot of light in there. We can remedy that here pretty quick, I think. I believe the check valve that I'm after is right here. It wouldn't make any sense for it to be in here. So there is the line that comes from the compressor head, goes in here and through the check valve, and then there's another one-way valve. When it gets too high, it'll blow off, and the air will actually sound like it's coming from up under here. That's what, you know, kind of threw me off there a little bit. So now I'm going to see if I can get my wrench in here. I was able to get it busted loose, but can I get a turn? There we go. Okay. And it took just an inch. Slide this compressor out about an inch to be able to get in there, and guessing that this thing here is going to be threaded. Excuse my head. Yeah, looks like it. I'm going to try to take that same 17, looks a little big. See if this goes back over to American. This could actually be one of the better tools to use. Wow. Well, I told you the gloves are coming off, right? And it's probably best that you didn't hear everything that went on when I was doing this to get this out. But this is surely the check valve here, and this little guy down in here definitely failed. You can see the little green guy in there is crooked. The springs are all. So now I have to try to find this part without a part number. Good luck, Joe. I'll let you know how it works out. Okay, just to clarify exactly what my problems was while I was having concerns with this compressor. This compressor, when it would get full, compressor would shut off and air would start coming out of this valve right here, which makes you think that this little pressure release valve is the culprit. It's not. this is the check valve, and this pops off so your pump doesn't run deadhead pressure, the way I understand it. This thing was hell to get out of there. We had to remove the actual compressor from the frame, so we had to dismantle the compressor to get this thing out. If you look in there, you can kind of see there's like a little green ball and some springs and stuff, and they're just, you can tell just like looking in there, it's not sitting in there right. So it's just giving out over time. So nothing to clean, nothing to rebuild. Now there is a snap ring here. You could probably pull that snap ring out, but I think you're going to play hell trying to get any parts on the inside of this. That compressor is discontinued from Kobalt, discontinued from Lowe's, and trying to find parts is hell. When you find the manual, it's part number 21, and I don't even remember if, I don't think I have it here. It was a funny number. It ended in 0202. It was like AW540202 or something like that. But that part number means nothing anywhere online. I couldn't find the part anywhere. So I had a Hail Mary, and it being on Sunday, it was even a bigger Hail Mary. And this may be information for all Kobalt stuff. That number right there, 1-800-3-KOBALT. I called them people, and I went through a little bit of a push 2 here for this, push 1 here for this, you know, to go through the sub menus. And a human being actually got on the phone. I told them what I had. I told them it was part number 21. They said, oh, okay, check valve. She goes, let me see if it's in stock. She goes, we got one in stock, $10. Would you like to purchase that? I said, yes. Credit card number, boom, on the way. $16 shipped to me. And it should be 6-7 days before it gets here, unfortunately. But I tell you what, that sure does beat trying to rig a part that will fit with the adapters and this, that, and the other, chasing hose and fittings and everything, which could be done, but you know, it's good to always have the factory part. Overall, this has really been a good compressor. I've had this compressor about 4 or 5 years now. I probably use my compressor 4 or 5 times a week, and 6 to 7 hour intervals. Every time I use it, I let it run, and you know, I ran some pretty heavy tools with it. I've since bought me a big compressor, or built me a big compressor, and I'm real happy with it. But you know, for smaller jobs and stuff, I don't want to hook that big one up and fill that tank. So you know, I still like to have this one around. It's a good portable unit. I've been real happy with pretty much anything that I bought from Kobalt. I hope that their relationship with Lowe's stays, because there's been some talk of them getting pushed out, and I think Lowe's is exclusive. So man, we keep our fingers crossed, man, because Kobalt's done me right so far. All right, well, that's the fix. When the part gets here, I'm going to screw it back together just the way it came apart. And if you've got that compressor, that's the fix that I had to do. And if you've got any questions, you can always send me a message. I've gotten to know this one pretty good. I'll help you out if I can. You'll be good. Got to know Joe Hobbies, Spring, Texas.